So it is so awesome. I'm so excited for Kevin and Keisha to be here today to just chat about your experience and the purchase of your home. It's a fabulous place, and I'm excited to kind of talk to you about kind of what did you like most about the experience?
I really liked getting to see the homes. Like, you know, you see these homes from the, you know, on the streets, and you see these, you never really get a chance to really dive into the homes, see the kinks and quirks and like why so many people choose to live in San Francisco. So it was really fun to like get to know like the different styles of homes when things were built. I've never felt so like connected to the history of San Francisco and seeing like the bones of a 1900-year-old home, or like, you know, what newer developments look like. So it was really fun to get to see that.
Yeah, but I also felt like, you know, it was really helpful, especially this is like our first home, you know, having like, you know, Haley come in and like really show us everything that we wouldn't have necessarily seen in the first place. So that was really, you know, helpful too, to be able to say, oh, wow, this could be a good idea for that, or this, you know, this room could be done for that. So that was really helpful too.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. So were there any parts, because it is challenging when you get involved in looking at real estate in San Francisco, what parts did you find challenging, and how was elevation? Did we do a good job at alleviating those troubles?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was there every step, like everything that you encounter, it feels like the hardest step that you've ever encountered. And so every time there's a new barrier, you know, it was so reassuring to have you and Haley go, you know, it's okay, this is normal, like it's just a process, you know. And so like the biggest barrier to me was just getting the home under contract. Because like you never know who else is shopping, and you never know what their budgets are.
And they might be coming in like all cash and like, you know, like way above asking price, and we're like, is this normal? Like, and then there was like so much like anxiety around that. But I think you guys definitely helped us understand, like, you know, this can happen, but you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And like, I think it really helped, at least me, really like, you know, put things into perspective. And you know, and then, you know, you guys were there to help us move on really quickly to the next property. And, you know, we ended up really, you know, finding this place, and everything just aligned. And I think we're just really happy right now with our place.
I don't know how many times I heard the right property is still out there for you, and I just been everybody, I don't know, like I think we missed the one, and then look back at the process and just see like we were so naive, like the one was still out there. We just, it's all about timing, and you know, we found the right home, I think, and it's just just getting through the, you know, it's just like dating. It's just like
it's very like dating. And I'm actually going to get you to reiterate that comment right there, because so often we say to people, you know, that the right home, when you find the home that you purchase, you look back and you're like, oh my God, it's so great that we didn't get those other ones, because we wouldn't have gotten this one. And so can you tell people that is true? We are not blowing hot air when we say that.
I remember when we first met, I was like, there's this home on the market that's 11 out of 10. It's just meets every box. And we went, and you know,
multiple times we went.
And we were so hung up in this house. We'd go for walks and just be like, oh, wouldn't it be great to live in this house?
This would be our community.
And then, you know, like the contract didn't go great, and just, you know, different sellers have different attitudes toward things, you know. So you know, it didn't work out. And so like we still were hung up on the house, but then when we saw the house that was, you know, that we ended up landing at, like that original house was back on the market, and we like never shed a thought.
But it was also just more of like, you just know it is the right one instantly. Like I instantly forgot about that place, and this is more us, you know.
It's better budget.
It's better, but it's just also just more our style, and it was so easy for us to like imagine our lives here, you know. So initially it was so tough to move on, but then I think you guys were there to just keep us, you know, hey, if it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be, you know, the house is there, you know. It was great. It worked out really great.
That's so awesome to hear. And then one of the other things I want to talk about, because we talk about there can be turbulence, because, you know, real estate transactions are complicated, and we ran into, you know, some of the stuff that kind of not everybody comes up with this, but was a bit tough to get an appraiser for the times that we needed to be able to fit time frames, and some of that stuff can get a little stressful. And were we able to guide you well, and how was that process?
It was great. It was great because I think what ended up forming. So like I think having you and Haley through that process was so incredible. And what I didn't kind of never expected was having a really great mortgage broker too to like help, because you basically came in and took like you created a team, and so there's so many times where with the different turbulence that we ran into, like you had already chatted with the mortgage broker, and I was just like getting caught up, and like he was already problem solving and finding solutions.
Yeah.
So it was just like, oh, okay, I'm glad we sorted that out.
Despite all these things that we had to getting an appraisal within this short time frame, I think it was really helpful that we were able to kind of chat with you about like, what can we do? What are our other options? What are the scenarios that could play out? And as for us, we haven't done this before, so it was, at least for me, it was easy to like have an idea of what could potentially happen, and these are the next steps. And I think without that, I would just sit and just be in like a really just pool of like anxiety. So that was helpful too.
Yeah. That, our goal a lot of times with this kind of stuff is that when we see turbulence in the clouds, and we want to kind of get ahead of it. So when we talk to you guys, you're like, I think there might be some sort of an issue, but it sounds like it's totally fine.
What was really cool too is sometimes with the turbulence, like you were already like thinking about like, oh, we can strategize like this, and here's the backup plan.
This is not the end of the there is a way to go about this.
So it was always fun.
Good. I love it. Well, that's important, because hey, what you did was such a tremendous thing. And there's so many times we hear people and they're like, oh, I just bought a property in San Francisco and I never want to go through that again. And we don't want it to be. It's so awesome to be doing something this. It's great to hear that you had fun and you enjoyed it. Perfect. And is there anything else that you want to add in before we kind of wrap up? Because one thing I'm looking forward to is the Blue Angels party on the deck next year. So I can't wait until I get to do that.
Yeah, so many times I think the thing is, looking back on this, it was stressful a few months to do this, but it was so worth it. Like at the end of the day, like we keep pinching ourselves, going like, we have the home that we want, and like it's the home that we want to like grow into. And I don't know, I'm just like.
And almost every day I keep telling it, how would we have done this without like Eddie and Haley? Like we would not know how to do anything, how to go about anything. So I think, we really owe it to like you guys that really helped us along the way, and like, helped us get this house, our dream house.
Sometimes I think back to like when we were just touring open houses by ourselves, being like, oh, I think, we could probably find the staff.
How hard is it to
That is so awesome. You have warmed my heart. Thank you. It was we had a lot of fun working, and we're just so excited for you guys, and so excited to be able to attend next year's Blue Angels party.
That's happening.
We'll grill some food.
Can't wait. Well, you guys rock. Well, thank you.
Thank you.